Hey guys, so I just wanted to go through the task for this major civilizations of the medieval world. Alright, so we've got this little map here. You're going to read through, you're going to create a list of them. I want you to take just a little dot point and put it in here about the thing. So the Anglo-Saxon lasted from the 7th to the 9th centuries. One of the Germanic invaders who conquered Britain between the 5th and 7th centuries. The Norman invasion of 1066 brought Anglo-Saxon rule in Britain to an end. Okay, so you might just put in here Anglo-Saxons from the 7th to the 9th century. All right, so we know that's from 600 Common Era to, and I'm going to write circa, Latin. You might just see it sometimes as just C, so we'll put it as just C over here. Circa with a dot. Circa 600 Common Era to circa, which means around about roughly 800. That's the 9th century. Okay. Germanic invaders, I'm just taking dot points, ended by the invasion of the Normans. All right. So you're going to do that. Dot points for all the civilizations around here. The Ottomans, the Vikings, the Byzantine, the Mongols, the Yuan, the Khmer, the Aztec. Okay, all those different, you need a dot point for each of them. Then you're going to choose one and you research about, two more interesting facts about one chosen civilization. You choose a civilization, and you're going to create a sentence with in-text referencing. So, okay, you're going to need to say something like, according to Encyclopedia Britannica, and then you put in your quote. What did they say? Okay, important to be using those in-text referencing. And make sure your reference comes from a credible source, a believable source, one with a good reputation, okay? This is where your source is where your information comes from, and it needs to come from a believable place, so we know that it's true, okay? You need to have one primary source, okay? That's a piece of evidence from the time. It could be writing, it could be a sculpture, okay? It could be, and you might say something like, according or as seen by the Domesday Book. Okay, it could be an image of something that you can prove. So, Vikings might worship, or might have had dragons on their thing, and you might find an image of a dragon boat carved out of, the head of a boat carved to look like a dragon, or what was important to them, or their way of life. And you're going to put that in, okay? And the other needs to come from the other fact. So 2 facts. One comes from a primary source written at the time or created at the time, and one comes from a secondary source. So if you choose a primary source out of a textbook, that can still count as your primary source, okay, if you're only talking about that. But if you're talking about the words that go with it and the bit of information that they give you, and they'll tell you some stuff about how Vikings use stuff, that's a secondary source, okay? If it's coming from a textbook and it's written after the fact, then that's a secondary source, okay? So this is quite easy. Just putting some dot points down around these civilizations, and then a bit of research about one of them that you choose. Thanks, guys.